Hi, I'm your host, Ricky Booker. Welcome back to a brand new season in the Kitchen with the Breakfast Brothers.
It's time to get on up and whip it up with them Breakfast Brothers. It's time to get on up and whip it up with them Breakfast Brothers. Yeah, it's time to get on up and stir it up. It's time to get on stir it up and whip it up. Yeah, it's time to get on up.
Welcome back to a brand new episode in the Kitchen with the Breakfast Brothers. I'm your host, Ricky Booker. There are so many things in the world that brings us together. Good food, little conversation does it every time. And in the Kitchen with the Breakfast Brothers, we love feeding your soul. Today's guest, you have seen him on Food Network, cooking channels, Lifetime, and now on In the Kitchen and the Breakfast Brothers. Let's give a warm welcome for Manny Cake Daddy Pruitt. What's going on, man?
Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, I'm glad to have you here. You get out of the kitchen and baking for everybody in Dallas Fort Worth.
Glad to
So
be here.
I'm glad to have you, man. It really is an honor to be sitting next to you because I have seen you on TV and seen some of the things that you do.
Yes, sir. Thank
And
you.
it's amazing, man. And sometimes people always look at you have to have a lot of categories to be doing what you're doing when it comes to culinary, but you don't have to have a lot.
No.
You're doing pastries.
Right.
So
right.
I want to talk a little bit about life before being in the baking business.
Life before being in the baking business, I was a manager at a trucking company, and I started out I used to be a truck driver.
Okay.
Started out as a truck driver. I was drove for three years, and then I was a manager for 5 years, and thought that's what I was going to be doing for the rest of my life. But they let me, the company let me go on my 8-year anniversary. The day to that day,
Wow.
8 years. 8 is the number of new beginnings.
Right.
So once I figured that out, I was like, oh, well, this is God ordained, so I'm good. But and before that, it was just a hobby. Cakes were just a hobby. My mom made me go to a cake decorating class. I was a sophomore in high school. I'm 53 now. I was a sophomore in high school, and she made me go to this cake decorating class at JCPenney. She had a coupon.
JCPenney's.
She had a coupon. Buy one, get one free, and I'll never forget it. I said, Mama, I don't want to go to no cake decorating class. I'm a man,
Right.
So, but she made me go, and to this day, I'm so glad she did. I was the best student in the class. Room full of women didn't even know it, And after the class was over, I never forget the teacher saying, "Well, you the best student in here."
Out of all the women.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, well, cool. I hated doing cakes. My mom would call me. I'd be trying to go out and have fun. You come do this cake for me. Mama, I don't feel like
So that now the thing is about it. You mentioned the cakes being the number of women being in the class. I remember when I grew up, we used to go and back then they called it home ec. Now they call it culinary departments where they get fancy with it.
Yeah.
And all they was doing was cookies and stuff. We go in there and eat the cookies and look at the girls.
Right.
But it's funny and ironic how you do everything else in your life until you're really supposed to be doing what you're doing.
Right.
You don't pay attention to that part.
Yeah, I didn't know it. I had no idea. People say, "Did you know you were gonna be doing cakes?" No, I had no idea. Had no idea. But cakes has taken me to some, places that I never thought I would.
Right.
Yeah.
That's because the God being in the
Right.
driver's seat of what your destiny is.
Yes,
so
sir. Yes,
that's
sir.
amazing. So when it came down to when she had you baking the cakes, did you start doing them for everybody, holidays, and the family, and then different things?
It was like my mom would bake, and then she would get me to put the icing on and decorate them. So that was my job, was to decorate, like kind of like now. My wife bakes, but I do all the decorating. I always tell people, she makes them taste good, I make them look good. So
you the Picasso of the cakes.
yes, sir. Yes,
The
sir.
artiste.
Right. So we've done cake for dang near everybody, all kinds of, from celebrities to whoever,
Now, we always have a disaster.
Yes.
Tell me about just one disaster you done had in the kitchen baking.
When we first started, we were headed to a wedding. It was a wedding cake too, and we were headed down to the Air Force Exchange. We left out. Well, I'm just going back up a little. We worked from home for 7 years, and then we've been in our bakery for like almost 4 years. So we were coming from Glen Heights, and we were going down Westmoreland, I believe, and I was driving. My wife was on, and I started hearing something going. I said, "What's that noise?" So, got to the venue and looked. I got out of the car and started looking. I said, "Oh man, whole cake turned over.
Oh, not the wedding cake.
The wedding cake, whole cake turned over. I said, oh my God. So I was like, what are we gonna do? So, and thankfully, the person that the cake was for was a close friend of mine that I grew up with. So, you know, she was crying, I was crying, we all was crying.
That's a wedding cake.
Yeah, but the groom cake, you know, was intact. So we set up the groom cake. So I said, well, let's go home and try to salvage the top 2 tiers. Man, we got home, them 2 tiers looked like somebody just took a knife and just man, it was wild. So I just couldn't believe it. So we couldn't think of nothing to do, so we ran to Sam's and got some sheet cakes, you know, because I didn't know.
Oh yeah,
that had never happened to us, you know. But that's probably, and like I said, we started in 2013. That was probably 2014, and you know, ever since then, that's been my biggest disaster. You know? Man, I'm glad it happened in the beginning.
Yeah, and then it was a friend of yours.
Yeah.
You talk about $1 million wedding, you messed that cake up, boy. That'll ruin you.
But we gave us some money back. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We had to take care of it. Yeah.
Well, man, that's a good thing. Well, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk a little bit more with the wifey and you at the sit down. Y'all gonna have some breakfast, brothers.
Okay.
But in the time being, we're gonna go back to see what Luscious has going on.
State Fair Classic 2024, Saturday, September 28th at the Cotton Bowl. The world's largest fair. Concerts with Dietrich Haddon and Big Daddy Kane. Battle of the Bands halftime show and more. For tickets and all the info, visit StateFairClassicFootball.com.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Luscious Barbie. Now, you know I'm always here for the games, but when I tell you, it's always so serious when we sitting here talking to Cake Daddy and Cake Mama, because they get down on them cakes, okay? So I'm going to let y'all know, you are here at the Breakfast Brothers. We are here for a treat, okay? All right, so here at the Breakfast Brothers, they make their own sauces, seasonings, and when I say the sauces, I'm not just talking about hot sauce. I'm not talking about barbecue sauce. I'm talking about the sauces that's coming to the table with our fried salmon bites. So amazing Ricky Booker is bringing it in. And so what's going to happen here is we are going to have you try the sauces, and based on the sauces, you got to tell me what flavors you tasted, right? Because we have the Henny sauce, the KOD sauce, and the honey lime crack sauce. So after you dip the salmon bite, which is amazingly seasoned with the Breakfast Brothers seasoning, and it's also with the Breakfast Brothers seasoning and with the batter that is here at the Breakfast Brothers. And when I tell you they now are going into private label where you'll be able to get it into your house. Okay, so that's another amazing thing. But when I tell you you're gonna try this, I'm gonna have you take a salmon bite. Y'all gonna take one each.
I've been eyeing this piece right here because look got some crust on it.
Oh, yeah. Look real crispy. Okay, so we're gonna have you try this one first.
Okay.
And dip it and then bite into it and tell me what you taste.
Bro, it's kind of dilly, pickly, what am I thinking of? Vinegar.
Okay, which one you think that is out of the honey lime crack sauce, the Henny, and the KOD sauce?
Honey lime.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this one over here, and I'm having to take this right here.
Good. It's so good.
That's real good. What you taste?
It's the Henny.
You think that's from the Henny sauce? Okay, and then I'm gonna have y'all both. Y'all can double dip that one, so y'all can taste that one.
Bam. I taste some spice.
Spice in that one.
It's good though.
Like some chili. Okay, so you think that one is?
The hot crack pepper. What did you call it?
You just made a new sauce. Oh. Hot crack pepper. So we got the KOD sauce, honey lime crack, and then the Henny sauce.
The KOD.
It's a KOD. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna say y'all got all of them right. Okay. So now what you win is some salmon bites.
They are delicious.
So you can take home some 7 bites if you want to box those up, or you can finish them today. So it's just a win-win situation, okay?
We're gonna box them up.
And you also will leave today with one of your favorite sauces out of these 3 right here. So it's a winner either way. But I did get all the sauces right in the right order. So before y'all leave, I definitely gotta get you some food because we're here to feed you, okay? So I'm gonna give you the menu and you can tell me exactly what you want to eat. And then we'll make sure we shout it out to the kitchen and get it back to you before you interview Ricky.
Well,
Good.
I already see what I like because I'm a catfish guy. Okay. So
Oh, the catfish so good.
give me the catfish and I guess mac and cheese, greens, and the potato.
And the potatoes, ooh. And the potatoes, they just seasoned just right. And they got a little bit of Southern style gravy on top with the bell pepper. Okay.
I'm making it taste good. Okay. I'm gonna go with the lamb chops, mac and cheese, greens, and turtle.
And the greens got over 16 ingredients, so the greens hit so hard. The lamb chops is seasoned to perfection, and that mac and cheese is better than whoever you got in that kitchen cooking it for you. All right, so now I'm hungry, so I might come back for a little plate. Let me go grab the kitchen, and I'm not gonna cook food, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna get somebody good to do it for me. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right, I'm here at the sit down with Manny and Kelly with Cake Daddy, and we're gonna talk a little bit more about what they got going on. But first, they ordered some Breakfast Brothers. They're gonna eat too. So we got our lovely Luscious bringing out to us. Hope she don't trip and fall and drop everything.
No, I will.
Yeah, I know you will.
Thank you.
All right. All right. I always like doing this. You know, we're gonna be closer to the point of give y'all some napkins too. We're gonna talk and eat, but I always like to have y'all get your first bite in.
Okay.
And just like we at the house, so don't try to be bougie and none of that. You need a steak knife, Kelly? I'll get you a steak knife. Luscious, you bring us a steak knife?
Catfish is my favorite, so I'm just gonna go straight
Yeah,
in.
mine is too.
My hands clean.
Yeah. I always like getting that first, seeing what they think. It's just like Luscious was saying, we have our private label soon. Fish fry, shrimp fry, chicken fry.
It's good. Thank you.
You be able to pancake mix, red velvet waffle mix.
Really?
We're gonna be able to have all that on the market. You got it.
It's good, doctor.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
And the lamb chops, we do a 24-hour marinating process. So if we run out of them during the middle of the day, I won't sell them to the next day because they gotta be marinated for 24 hours. So I'm sitting here right now, and they the best of the best, king and queen when it comes to the cakes and pastries. Anything you don't know about, now they telling me my food good. That make me feel good.
That's real good.
Real good.
And that's the marinade. So the thing is about it with lamb chops, and it has a gamey taste. So I figured out how to fix that. I didn't like the way it tasted. Yeah. So now it's a marinating process. So if they don't marinate our steaks, steaks don't have a gamey taste, but we still marinate the steaks and lamb chops.
Right. I taste all 16 seasonings.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah.
Good too, brother.
But we gonna get right on because I'm excited to talk about, like early on we're gonna ask Cake Mama a bunch of questions too, because I understand she keep you in line.
Yes, sir.
When y'all first both got into it, was it initially a hobby, or is this, I know you told me you was hung up by the door in your room and whooped and made to go decorate cake.
Right,
No, I'm just kidding. That's not true, y'all.
Dang near.
But you can thank her every day of the week, every day of the hour, because that reason your mother was.
And I know you asked her a question. My mom still comes to. My mom's 82, and she still comes to the bakery to today. This day,
wow.
and helps bake. She cleans up. She puts the labels on the cake bowls. So she still comes. And helps.
Man, that's amazing.
Yes, I'm very grateful.
Yeah, so that's your inspiration right there, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And Kelly, what's the unique fashion of what you do when it comes to baking? Was it in the beginning a hobby too for you?
No, I was a teacher.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a teacher. I was at A.W. Brown.
Okay.
When Mom So Mom was baking for the business when he started in 2013, and she had a real bad car accident, broke her hip, not her hip, her
Pelvic?
Femur.
her femur,
Ooh.
and it
Shattered
broke in
the foot
half.
20.
Yeah, and so I was on summer break, and when it happened, I'm like, okay, well, luckily, maybe 6 months prior, she showed me how to do some of her recipes and everything. She was adamant on me learning how to do her
Of course,
recipes.
know how that is.
And I just picked up, and I ended up having to quit my job because
Right.
our orders were steady coming in,
Right.
and I just picked up right where she left off, and the rest is history.
I say this all the time. I know my viewers probably get tired of me saying it, but when God is involved in
Yeah.
something,
Right.
it's
Yeah,
you be
you're right
obedient
about
towards it. It happens.
Yeah.
You can't change it. What the youngsters say, a hater can't change it.
Right, right.
None of
You're
that
so
can
right.
change it. And
so
if it
right.
wasn't supposed to be happening, and she's been the inspiration for you, and now
Right.
inspiration for you,
Right.
teaching you or showing you the recipes on baking, the flourishment of that, and it's gonna go on and on. So she
Right.
created a destiny
Yeah.
with y'all and didn't even realize. She probably realized it,
Right.
Because she been around a long time and
Yeah.
Yeah.
her history. Almost kind of like, matter of fact, I'm just getting ready to say, almost kind of like the award show when we did our intro, which you guys won.
Yeah.
Dallas's
Yeah.
favorite bakery.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations!
Thank
you.
And that was our first year for the award show too.
Wow.
So that's big. So that's a
special.
platform too. So
Yes, sir.
thinking of what you said your mom did, me and Luscious did the intro, talked about where we came from to where we are right now.
Right.
She's a big part of that history
yeah.
too. So
Yep. Yes, sir.
a big part of that. The nanny in the house, cooking and taking care of,
Yeah.
doing those things. So back to I get going on and on, but I love what I do, and I love to see individuals, someone like yourself, the Michelle and the Obama power couple, doing their thing. And this is a question I gotta ask.
Okay.
One point in time, I was married 27 years with a woman for 30 years. 27 and 30. We was young kids when we got married. What do you guys do when y'all get on each other's nerves? Or do y'all ever get on each other's nerves?
Every single day.
Let's talk about that. Let's turn this into Jerry Springer.
Yes.
No, I'm messing with you. Go ahead. For real, how do y'all balance that?
I mean, for me, my me time is supply shopping. So on Friday, on Mondays and Tuesdays, we're really almost
Right.
every day.
Every day.
We're going
Right.
to Sam's or somewhere. And so that's my me time to get out and go and just clear my head. I don't
Gotcha.
listen to the radio. I just listen what God is saying, what I need to do, and just thinking about so yeah, shoot, that don't look right, or this not right, or and I'm like, man. So we do get on each other's nerves.
Oh yeah, that
Daily.
comes with the territory.
Yeah, but we just celebrated 15 years of marriage in May. So
Congratulations.
Thank you. So we say we in it now. So ain't no turning back. Yeah. So it ain't too much nothing she could do to really just get on my nerves.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I know
Some
I
things
get
are
on her
frustrating for
Oh,
being
yeah.
perfecting. So
Right,
being perfectionist, sometimes it's not getting on the nerves. But if you didn't have that individual to do that,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be all over Food Network.
Right.
You gotta have that. So
No, I'll say, oh no, and then 10 minutes later I come back around. Well, yeah, you was right.
you right. I do that all the time. Yeah. I get ideas all the time from people. I say, man, I ain't doing that. Move around.
Right.
I'm like,
Yeah,
that was a good idea.
Right. Yeah.
Same with the baby.
Yeah.
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 So that's big. So this is some of the things that I like to talk about too, because I always reflect what I was doing in them times. We had some things go on in 2020 that affected the whole world. During pandemic, how does that transition? How do you overcome any of those obstacles from 2021 to almost 2022?
Well, I tell you what, the pandemic for us was a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
It was a bad thing, but it was a good thing because when everything shut down, we had like 70 plus orders, weddings, birthdays, all kinds of stuff on the books. So everything shut down, so all of that stuff canceled. So that's when we were like, Lord, what are we gonna do? So basically that's where the cake bowls, our cake bowls, were birthed. And cake bowls are like a bowl of cake, 16 ounce, and so right now we have them in like 25, 26 restaurants. Excuse me, but at that time we didn't know what was gonna happen, so we started making. Well, we first called them scraps, cake scraps. I was like, and it moved from cake scraps to cakes in a box, and you know it just had a few names, and finally we came up with Cake Daddy Cake Bowls. So, and that basically saved our business and made our business thrive because we would make cake bowls. We would have a line going down the street of people picking up cake bowls from the house, and I mean it was like. My little nephews would be running out cake bowl orders to cars, and you know, I know our neighbors were like, "Y'all selling drugs."
Y'all had that cake going like crazy.
I'm telling you, man, and we did so good, you know, doing that you know, we actually were able to move into our storefront. You know, so we worked from home for 7 years. Like, like our house, it still needs to be.
The heat from the oven kept the heater going.
Yeah, man. But we still need to clean up for 7 years, but we've been in our bakery for almost 4 years now. So we you know, if it wasn't for the pandemic, I don't know where we would be, you know. But you know that changed a lot of stuff for us.
Right.
Yeah, and for the good. You know.
Well, you know, when you get a brand and it's consistent and it's good,
right?
You know, that tells you right there.
Right.
Don't care what's going on in the world.
Right.
Once again, we got one Almighty, and when He's in control of it, I don't care what's going on. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. But man, I seen the cake bowls today.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there waiting for my food at Kitchen Combine.
Yes, sir.
You know, Passion Cafe. I'm over there getting. Man, that boy got a. You know, I know I'm jumping all over. That boy got a salmon. Philly on a hoagie. Oh man, it was so much fun. But in the time I was sitting there, I was like, "What's that up there on that counter?" I'm looking, and it said "Cake Daddy Cake Bowl." I was like, "Wow!" And it's in like a
16 ounce bowl.
Yes, puffed with cake and to the German chocolate, the red velvet. I was like, "Oh my God,
over a pound of cake.
Do I need this?" But you know, we gonna talk about that cinnamon roll.
Yes, sir.
But the interesting thing about the cake bowl, when it came about a cake bowl and you was delivering it, and people's coming to your house, how do y'all get it delivered now to the 26? I'm gonna ask you, Kelly. These 26 stores, do they come and pick it up, or do you guys?
We have a few that come pick it up, but for the most part, we travel around the Metroplex and deliver the cake bowls.
Wow.
From Waco, I mean, not from Waco.
Waxahachie.
Waco.
I'm gonna say here already.
Yeah, there you go. From Waxahachie to Frisco, that's where we got cakes.
And that's a pretty good haul.
Yeah, we go everywhere. Different days of the week, but yeah.
Man, so coming from the Food Network, you know, this is big to me because you know, Food Network. How did you end up getting that call? Was they just called you, or is it something that y'all?
No, we applied.
Yeah, that's another one that we almost missed because you know how you know on your phone you get a unknown number. I'm not answering that.
Oh yeah.
I got the Los Angeles, California number, and I was like, man, I blocked the number. I was like, and so I got to thinking, I was like, you know what, that may have been. I don't know, so I unblocked it and called it back. When that lady said Food Network, I said, "Oh my God!" I almost lost that chance, you know. And that kind of, you know, that was kind of it. We set up everything, had an interview, and you know, they flew us out to Los Angeles to tape, and we didn't win that one. But we were able to redeem ourselves on another show called Cake Hunters on the Cooking Channel, and so they did that here. So they filmed here. So we had to, you know, it was out of 4 bakeries or three bakeries. So we won. They selected us to build this big giant cake. I'm gonna have to send it to you.
Yes.
Big giant cake for Southport Ranch. They would have this big. It was like 500 some people there, and the cake was huge. And I did a replica of Southport, the ranch.
And the
house.
cake.
Yes,
oh
the
wow.
Cake. Yeah. So I mean, on the inside, I had a little room in there with a light. They were that freaked them out. So yeah. I mean, we've done that. We did the Little Women of Atlanta on Lifetime Movie Network for the Tiny Twins, and we did a wedding cake for them. So, and God has opened a lot of doors for us. You know, it's nothing but Him. That's all
I was getting ready to say so many. What's the favorite when it come to festivals? If y'all did one, what was the favorite? You think your favorite festival would be?
talking about festival?
Yes.
When we went to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Okay. What was they having it down there?
Oklahoma Food Festival.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was a soul food
Yeah,
festival.
yeah.
Soul Food Festival,
Yeah.
that's what it was,
I'm
yeah.
born and raised from Oklahoma City.
Okay. Really?
Yeah.
Well, you can pass the card in.
Yeah, I know his family, my
that's
dad and
from-
his family. Yeah, so yeah.
Cool, that's cool.
So we found that out. My dad told me because when we first opened up here, Pastor
Yeah.
Carter invited me
Yeah.
and he introduced me to the congregation the
Okay.
first weekend we
I
was here.
remember that. Y'all
Yeah.
on stage with,
Yeah.
with Mains. Yeah, I remember that.
So man, that's been a big thing, and,
Yes.
and I think a few times he booked the food truck.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he continued telling people about Breakfast Brothers
Right,
in the community.
right.
So he
Yeah.
is really helpful with that.
That's
And
cool.
then,
Yeah.
and I told him, I said, I think you kind of tricked me bringing me to introduce here, because man,
Yeah.
he's powerful on that stage.
Yeah, yeah.
His word
Yes.
and what he talk about, man, is real. You know, it's a lot of things going in the world, and you got to be, you know, if you gonna hear God's word without doing it on your own, it's got to be with somebody that you're comfortable with.
Exactly. Exactly.
So y'all know what I mean by
Yes,
that.
sir. Yes, sir.
But we're gonna talk a little bit more about. I wanna know these cake bowls.
Okay.
So I want a breakfast item, and I want to do a cinnamon roll.
Yeah.
Is that something that y'all can come up with, and I can tie it to the breakfast? Because off the camera we talked a little bit. I tried desserts, but this ain't. People don't come to Breakfast Brothers for dessert. They come here for breakfast.
Right.
So if I can get to the point, I got to tell y'all, I'm getting ready to get my own coffee line. If I can get a point, have my own private coffee match up with the cinnamon bowl, cinnamon roll bowl. I'm making up names for y'all now. Look, cinnamon roll bowl. I'll buy everyone, because I ain't into baking. I don't know how to bake. I don't know how to do that. I know how to do bake roast and chicken
sir.
and stuff
Yeah.
like that, but pastries, oh no. I
Yeah.
messed it up. So I can talk to y'all for
I know,
another 30 minutes. We can't do it, but tell everybody how they can get in. If they want to keep up with y'all, if they want to order a cake, they want to do anything, tell everybody how they can keep up with y'all.
Well, they can follow us on all of our social medias.
Cake Daddy DFW.
Yeah, and that's Twitter, X, or whatever they call it. Instagram, Facebook. Yes, Cake Daddy DFW. Or our email is imyourcakedaddy@gmail.com. Our website is imyourcakedaddy.com. You can go there and just look and order. And we specialize. I'll tell you this: we specialize in wedding cakes. We just let you know that we don't do birthday cakes anymore because we're during the week we're filling up stores with our cake bowls. So we do like maybe 1 or 2 weddings a month. So yeah, because our cake bowls are taking over. So.
I'm ready for my cinnamon cake bowl.
Okay.
We're gonna get down for breakfast.
Yeah. So that's how you can reach out to us.
Okay, Kelly, you got anything else to say?
No, I don't know. That's the phone number.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
469-297-8993.
And once again, Cake Daddy and Cake Mama, y'all keep having success. We're gonna keep it
Thank you.
going. And guys, if you see anything today that you've seen on the menu with the lamb chops, with the catfish, join us here at the restaurant. We got 3 locations, and I'm tuned in every Saturday at 10:30 on CW33 right here in Dallas, Texas. See you guys next week.
State Fair Classic 2024, Saturday, September 28th at the Dallas Cotton Bowl. 55,000 screaming fans. The world's largest fair on the Chevy main stage. Pre-game concert, Dietrich Haddon. Post-game concert with Big Daddy Kane. Battle of the Bands halftime show. And of course, the State Fair Classic. September 28th, Dallas Cotton Bowl. Tickets at Ticketmaster, Williams Chicken, and all usual outlets. Sponsored by the State Fair of Texas, City of Dallas, Chevrolet, Pipkin Law Firm, Dallas Sports Commission.